Go to party chat. Yo, what's good? So, I don't sound like a little kid up in this.
Was happy.
Today we're playing the Stanley Parable, because I wanted to find other
And then one
endings of
day,
this.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite... He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Oh, wow.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time.
I'll not be able.
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What happens if I didn't step out the office? No, I'm kidding, bro. The end is never the end. 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 Is never. The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never. That's weird, bro. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is never. I said the end is never the end. The end is never. The end is never the end. The end. Like. Oh, loading. We're loading. We're loading. Nice.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
All of them.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
Yes.
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
9, 10, 11, 12.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Boy, you making me run around for what? Where's 417?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Boy. That's okay, you know what? We need some exercise anyways. Minus 437, 437, 428.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. I'm going, thank you. Guys, this is too much work, I'm not gonna lie with y'all. Oh wait, 437, I'm so stupid, it's right here.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yes, we are. Not.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Okay. Okay. Where is 419? I'll just climb on random desk. How am I gonna climb on this desk? The heck? Can I get out? Oh. Oh, I'm not doing that yet. You know what? I'm not here for the achievements, I'm just here to, okay, let's go to the other desk. What did they say, 437 or something like that? I forgot.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. Oh no, it's over here.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Huh? What'd you say?
You know Fortnite?
No.
What are you playing?
I'm playing the Stanley Parable.
Finish it off, Stanley!
Stanley
5 clicks
Parable.
on door 430!
It's a game on Rec Room, okay?
You know Fortnite?
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Okay. I've already gotten the good ending, what is it, the wife ending, the video game ending, and I think that's all the ones I already have. I'm gonna try to get that Minecraft one, bro. I'm not gonna lie with you. Or an ending where, like, he just starts to savage at you.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Oh, my
and
fault,
Stanley
man.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's like leave now. We finna not listen to his directions. Someone just got home. I see you in hindsight. I'll get on Fortnite in a little bit, but not right now.
Right now.
I said not right now, in a little bit. And if you keep asking, then I'm not even gonna get on at all.
Fine.
Good morning. Oh. What is that? Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yup. Do not lie if you're lying right now.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
There's an open door right there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Yeah.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What the?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you...
What? I didn't even click nothing. No. If I'm at the wife ending, it's worse too. I already got that ending, bro. I'm not trying to get again. It's kind of boring.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha.
Ow.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? Who'd want
Yes.
to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
All those days you don't really want to get dressed, but you gotta make people think you did just for a Zoom call. So whether you slept through your alarm, it's too dang hot out, or you simply just don't want to. Ditch your clothing.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What?
Undoubtedly fool every person you encounter digitally.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
For all those days you don't really want...
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
across the room to turn off your light switch for you. Now you can finally go to bed.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Let me show you exactly how I built it. First, I picked up a mirror so I could figure out the exact scale of how I was going to build everything.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I look out that this set actually loads before I have to leave. Anyone has any suggestions on how I can get this money to finally load? Please let me know.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Army of middle finger snowballs. Because nothing says F you like a snowball in the face.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path. Mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Calling them the sweat gutters, so it collects all
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
No way.
So the next time I hit the street, I can put on my brand new backpack and spin my way around town. Just be careful what you keep in there. So I invented a fidget spinner backpack. My brand new invention is perfect for anyone that might get a little angry while playing video games. It's an inflatable device that I'm calling the Rage Quit Protector. All you have to do is take your controller and then place it inside one of the two handholds. Put your hands inside, and don't worry, the top is transparent so you can still see the controller inside. But now if you get a little bit angry playing video games, you can smash the controller and it will never break. My brand new invention is perfect for anyone that might get a little... I saw that Casey Neistat was having a problem in the shower where his soap kept falling off that little soap shelf and into his drain, so I decided to design him the perfect soap tray that solved all problems. The very first thing I had to do was head on out and go get myself a fresh bar of soap. So once I ripped open the package, I could get some exact measurements to design this thing over on my computer. One thing he complained about was he wanted to have good drainage, so the first thing I designed were these little slots so everything could drain out properly. Just like he did in his video. Then I hopped back into my computer and designed the pointy little spikes, so that way the soap would absolutely never fall off. I headed on over to my 3D printer, hit start, and let that thing do its job. This can be just so mesmerizing to watch. But once it was done, I ripped it off the printer. How sharp and pointy those little spikes are. Now it was my turn to head on over to the shower to give this thing a test drive. I think it's gonna work perfectly, and the soap is never gonna fall into the drain again. I saw that Casey Neistat was having a problem in the shower where his soap kept falling off that... If you get self-conscious going to the bathroom in public, I designed the perfect invention for you. Simply place the crapper concealers on the bathroom floor and lift up the privacy curtains. Then slide each foot in, so the next time someone's going to the bathroom next to you, they won't be able to recognize your shoes whatsoever. Do your business in complete privacy, and once your bathroom neighbor heads out the door, breathe a sigh of relief and easily slip your shoes out, fold up the crapper concealers, and you'll have them ready for the next time you gotta go.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, no.
And in Fusion 360 designed a 3D model, and once I thought it was looking pretty good, I grabbed some resin and poured it into my Elegoo Saturn 3D printer and sent this thing off to the printers. I think it took like 12 hours, but once it was done, I could take it off, clean off all the little bits, and then I printed all the other little accessories in a few other colors that I thought would really pop. I started putting all of the pieces together, and once it was done, the mouse fit in perfectly. So now I can use my mouse while standing. All of the buttons were spring-loaded so I could still use everything just as I liked before. And that's how it came to life. So you might have seen this standing mount. My new invention
I'll
is
try to unplug the phone. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna like restart because I'm not gonna go through that whole thing again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Just slide your smartphone into the mount and enjoy smooth.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
What?
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Okay, cool.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality. Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I'm back.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
What? I said they got hell. What? Oh. It's a new scene, bro. I'm scared. The heck?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. What am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. Oh, I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? Oh, no. That's the answer. What do I do? What do I do? No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
All the girls say I'm pretty black or white girl.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny?
Yes.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, fine, I'll listen.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What is it? Why these doors were closed? Let's see if they open now. What the? Why do I need
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out.
Night Shark
Stanley had been trained never
115.
to speak up. The courage to face the unknown.
Okay.
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code.
Yeah.
Night Shark 115.
Night
He
Shark
spoke his
115.
into
The
receiver,
heck?
right there on the wall.
No, I'm good.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
No.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay,
Can I leave?
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you
No.
know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing.
Yeah.
Bet Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Thank you for playing
Stanley,
Stanley
this is important.
Rec Room.
The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here.
Who
I'll
built this,
accept
bro?
whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please.
That's nice. Now I'm gonna try to get an ending like there's multiple. Alright. I'm back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now I'm gonna like jump off like that little thing. I'm gonna jump off it and see what happens.
Phase Edition. This is probably one of my favorite videos. That's a glow up Phase Adapt. He's a homie. He's a hilarious. Phase Jab, the only one that grinds on YouTube. That's a glow up, obviously. Gordon, Nodin, or whatever. Phase Rain. That's a glow up too. So far they're all glow ups. Phase Banks. Glow up.
He told me about
This is the wackiest pencil of all time. It's battery powered and it rumbles. So when you draw with it, you get some really interesting squiggles and designs. Oh, that was a rush. Guys, think.
okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I know.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yep, that's totally what I wanted to do.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
So watching's more fun. It's here at Two Disc. This is the wackiest.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, But the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Kind of.
My friend sent me this video. He told me to close my eyes and open them up for a few seconds. Here we go. What booty? And what? My friend sent me this.
Huh? I thought it was an angel. I was like, boy, there's not that one.
Imagine your room not being built like afterward. Gotta check Foxy real quick. Envision all good. Imagine.
What?
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What's this?
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further on track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
story. What? Man,
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I hope you feel what I felt when you said you saw. What the heck is this? Wonder. Okay. I hope you made up your mind. I hope you feel what I felt when you shattered my soul. I'm trying to get that one ending.
The difference between best friends and regular friends. If you fall as your friend, I will help you up and then I might, giggle or something. But as your best friend, if you fall, I am going to be crying laughing. And once I finish laughing, then I'll help you get up. Friends ask you to come over. Best friends just, hey, I know you in there. Best friends can get away with a lot more than regular friends can. For instance, if I'm eating something and, I'm about to finish it and it's like the last bite and my best friend goes, and it falls on my hand, I'm gonna laugh. But now if my friend does that, I might just kill him. With friends, you have to keep in contact with them. You have to talk to them pretty consistently to keep the friendship going. With your best friend, y'all can go like 3 months with no conversation and then start talking again, and it's like you never stop talking. Honestly, the way I work, I'm more mean to my best friend than anyone else because my meanness is how I show my love. So when I call my best friend and say, hey, yo, what up, stupid? He knows to respond, hey, yo, what up, dummy? Because that's just how we talk. Thank you for your time. The difference between best friends and regular friends. If you fall, hurt the sound.
Let's go, Victor. So I'm trying to get this one ending. I already got all the
his
endings.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I already got all the
Stanley
endings
decided
except
to go
that
to the
one
meeting room.
ending where you
Perhaps
jump
he had
off that
simply missed a
platform.
memo.
Where you jump off the platform and he's just, yeah. And like, narrating gets very bad. I haven't got that ending yet. Probably see if we can get that ending. Anyways.
G1, very cool. Says G-Bud's expensive rotary bits.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, and that
Perhaps he
one
wanted to
secret
stop
ending,
by
I'll
the
get that
employee
later.
lounge first, just to admire it.
For
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
This totally beats putting the wet sauce on it. Oh my god, these are so good. You can even take this tapatio powder to the theaters and flavor your own popcorn. No more plain flavored popcorn. Now you guys want me to put the tapatio dry rub on some popcorn, and I think that's excellent. Now you guys want me to put the someone commented, put the tapatio dry rub, tapatio potato chips. Let's make them. Start off by pouring some tapatio to a baking tray. Now go ahead and spread that.
Stanley was so bad at following
Okay,
directions,
so
it's
over here,
incredible he
guys.
wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust
And
in
when he's
someone
gonna go
else
up,
can
I'm
be
literally gonna
difficult,
jump off
but the
and go
fact
down
is
over
that the
there, and
story
this
has
should
been
be-
about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you for... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Kind of.
Tapatio potato chips. I made them french fries. Let's see how they taste. I'm gonna be making my own fries, but you can just buy the frozen ones from the store and it works perfectly fine. Start off by peeling some potatoes. Toss them in a bowl of water. Now let them sit in that water while we continue on our tapatio season. Now pour some tapatio onto that baking tray. Spread it out. Now it goes into the oven at 200 degrees until it's completely dry. Once it's dry, peel it off. Break up the tapatio powder with your fingers. For the seasoning, go in there with all the tapatio powder. Half a teaspoon of paprika, chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, and salt. Mix that up together and then make your tapatio seasoning.
How did you do that? Your mom making me cheater?
Look at how beautiful those tapatio french fries came out. And now we go in there for the taste test. Oh yeah, I think I just did something. Tapatio dry rub on the chip.
There's supposed to be like a red, blue door. But, you know, it's okay, guys.
Stanley, this is me being serious. In fact, this is my serious room. It's where I come to be serious. That table is the most serious table I could find. I looked at many, many tables, hundreds of tables. It's possible I looked at over 1,000 tables. I honestly don't know. The specific number isn't as important as the understanding that of all tables I looked at, this one is the most serious. I relate this story to impress upon you the extent to which this is the most serious room I have, which is why I brought you here. You just tried to activate server cheats, which of course runs the risk of breaking the entire game. You've got no respect for the strict order of scripted narrative events, and I just can't have that. It's time to get serious, Stanley. No jokes, no games. Outside of this room, I might be more tolerant of those things, but now we're in the room. Which is why I'm subjecting you to the most serious punishment I can think of. 100 billion trillion years standing here in the serious room. Perhaps after that, we can talk about the severity of your actions and whether you've learned anything. But until then, serious room, go.
Alright, I'm gonna get off this live. Kinda tired.